Hi everyone, my name's Rob and welcome to Tesla Tourist. Today we're in Hull and tonight I'm going to do my first review of football hospitality. The match is Hull versus Millwall in the playoff semi-final first leg here at the MKM Stadium. There's a lot at stake for this one as the winner of the playoffs gets a place in the Premier League. Let's see what they've got to offer. So as we approach our hotel, I'll run through how I review the hospitality and I will score a total of 6 areas that I'll do as we go along, and I'll summarise it at the end. I'll then give it an overall score and let you know how much it cost and see if you think it was worth it. As I do more reviews, I'll also create a league table, but I certainly think that by the end of this one, Hull will be top. So when it came to booking, this was done on the phone and I went for the 5-course menu in the Circle restaurant. This was described during the call, but I had to refer to the website just to clarify what was included. Overall, a very friendly staff, so booking and communication gets a 7 out of 10. We stayed at the Village Hotel to the west of the city, and this is only a short Uber ride from the stadium, but we were told when we were checking in that the park and ride dropped us off right next to the stadium, so we went for that instead. The park and ride is only a 5-minute walk from the hotel. The bus was ready to go when we got there, and I asked the driver about where he would drop us off, but he actually said it was a 10-minute walk from the stadium, but he was really helpful in letting us know where he would drop us off and how to get there. After a short walk, the MKM Stadium came into sight, and the stadium itself has a capacity of 25,586 and was opened in 2002, and it's located in West Park to the west of the city. It's shared with the rugby league team Hull FC, and Hull is the nickname of the Tigers, and you can see this represented in the club crest and also in the kit. We did go and have a quick look around the club shop on our way around to the entrance, and I made the obligatory purchase of a tie pin as a souvenir. There are signs around the outside of the ground to make sure you know which way to go, and we quickly made our way around to the west stand. On the way we also spotted some of the police that were in attendance parked outside the ground, hopefully not expecting any trouble tonight. We then went to the west stand where you can find the main entrance to the hospitality, where we were told to collect our tickets. The game we went to, as mentioned, was Hull versus Millwall, and it was played on Friday the 8th of May 2026 with a kick-off time of 8 p.m. And the hospitality to the restaurant we were going in, called the Circle restaurant, opens 3 hours before kick-off at 5 p.m. and closes at 11 p.m. And we had to wait a few minutes as we were a little bit early. After getting in, you can either use the lift or walk up to the next level, which we chose to do, and we were directed to the lounge and shown to our own private table. On the seat we found complimentary programs. We were located at the back of the lounge, and to the front there is a good view over the pitch. We were sitting right next to the singer, who provided a variety of songs during the meal. However, we're probably a little bit too close and it was a bit loud at times. There was also a magician going round the tables, although he did not visit us. Anyway, I did mention we had the 5-course menu as a package, and as shown on the website, which was at the price we paid, it included fine dining, a 4-course meal is what it says, lounge entertainment, a premium seat and a drinks package. So none of this was written down apart from on the website, so this is kind of what we're expecting. But it was quickly clarified that the drinks package meant it was a paid bar. So that does mean most of the pubs I go into seem to have a drinks package. On the booking, when I called them, they did say one of the packages had drinks and one did not. However, it's not shown on the confirmation, so it is possible they said this one didn't have drinks, but when I checked it online, it clearly said it did. Anyway, not a problem, but the information on that point was not particularly good. Overall, the first impression of the hospitality lounge and facilities was really good, with the check-in process being efficient and a nice waiting area. Really friendly staff and a good layout and presentation of the lounge itself. and when it started to fill up there was a really good atmosphere. Here we get another score of 7 out of 10. Off to have an early look at the seats and the view, and it's only a short walk from the lounge, but the seats are in general admission and not in a hospitality area. As we can see, my seat had been visited by some of the local seagulls, and the foam seemed to be emerging from the top of a large split in the seat itself. I would not say it was quite the same as when you visit a primary school for parents' evening and sit on those small chairs, but it was quite snug. It does appear that you get a refurbished seat for some tickets, maybe they have a season ticket. Looking overall, I would struggle to call this a premium seat, although I must say the view was very, very good. Whilst looking at the seats, I also took the opportunity to walk out onto the main concourse, and that looked really good with a good range of food outlets and other facilities. Now time to head back to the lounge, and we soon got our first course, that was smoked haddock fish cake. As soon as we'd finished this, it was swiftly followed by the main course, that was a duo of chicken. After the main course we did ask for a break before the dessert, but after a couple of minutes the waitress came back and asked us again, so we said could we have a break before the dessert, and after another couple of minutes she came back again, so we decided to take it. Did feel a bit rushed, but she then brought along our Lotus Biscoff cheesecake that was also very nice. The food was good, although I think I'd struggle to call that fine dining. Not probably the standard you would normally expect, and I would probably say the main course was probably closer to good pub food, and so on the description I think it fell a little bit short overall. The service was good, although as mentioned it did feel a little rushed, but overall they were very polite and helpful. There was also an MC who welcomed us, and he engaged in a bit of banter with the Millwall fans who had joined us in the lounge. There was also an interview with an ex-player, Jason Price, who played for both Hull and Millwall. The MC also ran through the team sheet and gave us all the team news, and we also got a personal copy. Time to head off to the seats now for the first half. There's a really nice guy sitting in the seat next to me, but he was quite a big chap and probably encroached slightly onto my seat. And as the seat was a cost of £34 as part of the package, based on how much of it I could sit on, I probably had about 25 quid's worth. Anyway, it's a great atmosphere on the build up to the game. Obviously this is a playoff semi-final, and they put on a good show for us before the game started. So at half time it was 0-0. Due to where the seats were located, we had to go down into another lounge and back to reception, and then go back upstairs to get to the Circle restaurant. This was due to most of the supporters going downstairs to the concourse, while we needed to go back up to get to the Circle restaurant. Half-time refreshments showed a selection of mini pies, but as it turned out we only got one each, but to be fair that was plenty. And we're also able to take a coffee back to the seats for the second half. Well, at full time it was still 0-0, and as we can see from the stats, there was not much threat on goal from either side. Only 3 shots on target between the two sides, with the only big chance going to Hull. A cautious start to this 2-leg semi-final, so good luck to Hull in the next leg. So my next rating now, so based on the size and condition of the seating, and also how difficult it was to get back to the lounge from the seats, it's going to get a 5.6, and that's despite the good view. The view was clearly very, very good. After the game there was a quiz, but unfortunately it was based on Hull in the playoffs, so I felt I was at a slight disadvantage, but I did manage to get 1 out of the 5 right. We then got the 5th course, which was a very impressive looking cheese board, including a separate menu, and the most impressive one was the tiger cheese, which was a black and amber cheddar. So overall I'm going to give the food and drink a rating of 6.6. The MC also welcomed the left back Ryan Giles to the stage and did a brief interview with him, so it was good to see him coming up to the hospitality. So the next rating is for the matchday experience, and that's going to include the entertainment before and after the match, and also the atmosphere overall. Now the atmosphere in the ground was really good with a solid 8, but overall with the entertainment it gets an overall score of 6.8 out of 10. So how much did all of this cost? Well, it was £174 per person. What do you think? Would you pay that? Was it good value for money? Well, on this category we're going to go for a 6 out of 10. The food was good, but it's not what I'd call fine dining. The seats were probably a little bit disappointing, and to remove the drinks package for this game as opposed to what was on the website was also disappointing. So overall, the whole experience has scored a solid 6.5, and not a bad start for our journey around the different football clubs. So at the time I'm editing this video, I can tell you that Hull did beat Millwall in the second leg and went to the playoff finals at Wembley, where they also beat Middlesbrough. Congratulations to Hull, who are now a Premier League football team. And if their prices stay the same after they get promoted, this will certainly seem a much better value for money package. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my first hospitality trip, and my next video will be a tour around the sights of Hull. And my next hospitality trip will be to Stockport to watch a League One playoff. If you want to watch either, please subscribe and hang around for a sneak preview of my next video. See you on the next one.